Right. And as you pointed out, the fact that they were able to achieve their deficit last year and the deficit narrowed, that they have ample room for spending more. Is doubling the number enough from the last round? Last time, I think, in the 6th round of relief funding, they did about 27 billion Hong Kong dollars. Right now, it's 54 billion. And that's trickling down because even if I look at the numbers for e-vouchers, that's gone from 5,000 Hong Kong dollars to now 10,000 Hong Kong dollars for 18 and above. Is that the right way forward, and do we expect more through the year?
So we need to clarify the following. Last year, 2021 was actually a growth year for Hong Kong. It's actually record growth, above 6%. So actually the revenues, fiscal revenues, increased massively, especially in the second half of the year. This means that the actual deficit was only 1% of GDP as opposed to the expected 3.6%. What this means is that we now have room, because this year growth is not going to be 6%, let me tell you, at most, and that's our forecast so far, and this is only in the event of a short lockdown, will be barely 1.9%. Therefore, that stimulus, the current stimulus, this year's stimulus, is even more important than last year. That's really what we need to realize. How much we need, it's not so much about the number, but how targeted it is so that it's not kept in the drawer. That's the key. We need to spend that money.
It's always about implementation, isn't it, Alicia? Tanvir, a moment ago, rightly highlighted the numerous references to the motherland, to mainland advantages, and the one country, two systems benefits. How should we be interpreting this from an economic policy perspective?
Well, there's many things that the mainland can bring to Hong Kong. We can think of IPOs, finance is obviously one, but we can think of new sectors. We could think of, subsidies, say indigenous innovation, for Hong Kong, subsidies to develop new industries, attraction of new talent. There's many things that can be done. The point is, it's hard to do all of it in the midst of a lockdown. So I think the first thing to do, really, we can think all of that at some point, but now we need to save the small and medium enterprises here. We need to make sure that those unemployed don't leave, especially some may be very talented for those plans that I was discussing. So we need to keep the essence of what Hong Kong really is now during this lockdown. And for that, we need targeted expenditure, targeting the right sectors and